This is the third episode of my Taiwan Feng Shui journey. Today's destination is the National Palace Museum, a place where imperial treasures and 5,000 years of history are preserved. Naturally, my friends head inside the museum to see the artifacts. I do not follow them right away, because in Feng Shui, the real story of a place usually begins outside, not inside. Inside the museum are priceless objects, jade, paintings, and royal relics. They are the results of history. But Feng Shui is not about what is placed inside a building. It is about why the building stands where it does. While others look at the treasures, I walk around the site reading the land itself. From a broader perspective, the landscape becomes very clear. Behind the museum stands a stable rear mountain. On the left side, a long mountain ridge descends and moves forward. This ridge does not stop behind the building. It continues, stretches outward, and gently curves until it reaches the front of the site. In Feng Shui, this left side ridge is called the Blue Dragon. As the Blue Dragon ridge advances, it naturally creates a front hill in front of the museum. In Feng Shui, this front hill is called the Ansan, also known as the Vermilion Bird position. Because the Blue Dragon itself moves forward and actively forms the front structure of the site, this configuration is called Chongyong Jakuk. It means a landscape where the Blue Dragon completes the entire spatial formation. When the Blue Dragon surrounds and protects the center in this way, Feng Shui describes it as a protective configuration. Traditionally, this is known as Boguk, a formation believed to protect national fortune, culture, and heritage. This is why such landscapes were historically chosen for palaces, royal institutions, and treasure houses. However, Feng Shui never ends with the big picture. As I walk alone behind the museum, another detail becomes visible. The ground behind the building is sunken, and a high retaining wall blocks the natural flow of energy. This suggests that the mountain energy does not fully enter the building. The vein is interrupted. Even so, this place cannot be judged simply as good or bad. This is a public museum used by millions of people. In Feng Shui, such places are understood through the concept of public Feng Shui. Even if the energy is not perfect in detail, a stable overall configuration still holds meaning. My friends return from inside the museum full of stories about artifacts. I return from outside full of stories about the land. We saw the same place, but through very different eyes. The treasures were inside. The energy was outside. That was the Feng Shui lesson of the National Palace Museum. But beyond inner and outer treasures, the greatest treasure of all was friendship. Thank you for watching.